Hello, good morning friends. In previous classes, we are complete our first 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 exercises. Hope you all will understand. Let's move forward and start our next topic, which is using brackets. Using of brackets. Brackets are of various types. They are various types. Like this type, this type, and this type. Between these brackets, the numbers are occurs here. Let's understand using of brackets by an example. Seema brought 6 pence at rupees 10 per pence at rupee 10 per piece, and Rama also brought 7 pence at rupee 10 per piece. So let's find the total amount of all pens. Here we see, here the question is, Seema is a girl who she buys 6 pens at the rate of 10 rupees per each. 1 pen rupees 10, and her sister Rama, who brought 7 pens, and also she brought 70 pens at the rate of 10 rupees, which is per price rate. We need to find here the total sum. Here the two methods, like this is the second one, this is the first one. In this part, we simply solve it as Seema pen cost plus Rama pen cost. We simply see that Seema brought 6 pens at the rupees of 10 rupees, and Rama brought 7 pens at rupees of 10. We simply solve this as 60 plus 70, and we get 130 rupees. 130 rupees. This is rupee symbol. In second method, we solve as total pens brought by Seema and Rama into rupee of per pen. Here we write price of. This question we simply see that total pens are 6 plus 7 into rupees 10. Let's get 30 into 10. Again we get 130 rupees. This is the two methods. In first method, we simply solve first cost. We simply find first cost of Seema, then we find the cost of Rama. We get 130. In second part, we add the total pens. Seema has 6 pens and Rama has 7 pens. Then we find the total number of pens and we multiply the per pen cost, through which we get 130 rupees again. Let's move forward. See our next topic. Expanding brackets. The next topic is expanding brackets. In expanding brackets, we simply express it as, when we write 12 as example, is the first example. We also write it as 10 plus 2. In previous classes, we also explained you about how we write 100 as 10 into 10. Again, taking back an example, here we have 89. We also write it as 80 plus 9 in bracket form. Alright, 154. We also write it as 100 plus 54. Again, we also simplify this as 100 plus 50 plus 4. This is also as 150. And we have 1001. We simply express 1000 plus. Fifth example is 549. We simply again simplify it as 500 plus 49. For further explanation, we also represent it as 500 plus 40 plus 9. These are the examples of expanding brackets. Let's also understand this more easier by taking some example questions. Our first one is 107, which is very easy. We write it as 100 plus 7. Our second part is 104 into 54. Here we have a multiplication symbol. Then we need to first simplify 104. Then we simplify 54. Through which we add 100 plus 4 into 54, which is given as, here for 54 we write it as, here put the multiplication symbol, which, because between 104 and 54 the symbol is occurred. 54 is written as 50 plus 4. Then we easily multiply this number as 100. First we go first to first, then we move to first to second. This is same as when we multiply first to second, and then second to second. This is the simpler part through which we multiply the numbers. 100 into 50. First part we completed, then is a plus symbol between this. Then 100 into 4. Again we complete our second part. Our third part is 4. 4 into 50. We complete our first part of 4 plus 4 into 4. Again I tell you how this expansion occurs. First we multiply the first number of first bracket to the first number of second bracket. Then we again multiply the first number to the second one, and the second number to first, and second to second. Here we get 5000 plus 400 plus 200 plus 60. Now we simply add this 5660. This is simplest form to which we get our answer. Again we have 45 into 95. Here again we simplify 45 firstly, then 95. For 45, we write it as 40 plus 5 in our first bracket. Then we here's the into symbol, multiplication symbol, into 90 plus 5. Again we solve our first part to first one and then first part to second one. Then we get 40. Between these symbol is of into plus 40. First we multiply 40 into 90, then we move to our second, which is 40 into 5. Again the symbol is plus because first symbol is plus. Again we then multiply second part to first and then second part to second. And it is 5 into 90 plus 5 into 5. And we just multiply this as 3600 plus 200 plus 450 plus 20. By solving all this, we get 5, 7, 12. We get 4275. Again, comma is according to Indian system. We have comma is after Indian system. I hope you understand this in expression also. Always break the numbers into simpler form for easy solution. For our next example is 544 into 53. Again we firstly resolve our first part, then to second. And 500 is written as 500 plus 44 into 53 plus 3. Firstly we multiply the first part with the first one, which we get 500 into 50 plus first part into second, 500 into 3 plus second part into first part, 44 into 50, and then second part to second part, 44 into 3, which we get 25 zeros plus 50, 100 plus 0, 2200 plus 12, 132. After adding this number, we get whenever we face problem, always add in this form, to make it easier. 2, 3, 5, 8, 6, 8, through which we get 28,832. Again, I explain this question to you. This is a rough that we have 544 into 53. Firstly, we expand our first form, which is 500 plus 44. Then we expand our second form, which is 53 as 50 plus 50. Firstly, we always multiply the first part to the first one, then first part to second one. Here's this form. And for 44, we first apply to the first part, then to the second part, to which we get 28,832. I hope you understand this also very easily. So let's move to our next topic, which is Roman numbers. It is very important topic. Firstly, I written it as 1, 2, 3, numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In Roman form, we write 1 as this. When we add this in 2 times, we get our second part. And for 3 times, we get 3. And this is For 4 we have 1, but we subtract upon 5, and this is 5 symbol. This is 6 symbol. In right side of 5, in right side addition is occur. In left side subtraction is occur. For 7 we add 5 to 2 numbers, we get 7. For 8 we add this one, and for 9 we subtract from 10. These are the Roman symbols of 1 to 10. I, C, D, I. These are the important Roman numbers. These are the important parts. This is written as 1, this is written as 5, this is written as 10, this is 50, this is 100, this is 500, and M is written as 1000. These sevens are in Roman number form, these are in numeric form. 1 is written as this form, 5 is written in this form, 10 is written in this form, 50 is written as in this form, 100 is written as C, 500 is written as D, and 1000 is written as M. In all these numbers, whenever a number is written, R is the Roman number, to its right, addition is occur, and whenever in left term, always subtraction is occur. This is an important note. Mark it as important. Again, I explain you. 1 is symbol as I, 5 is symbol as V, 10 is symbol as X, 50 is symbol as L, 100 is symbol as C, 500 is symbol as D, and 1000 is symbol as M. And whenever a number is written in Roman form and its right side, always addition is occur, and its left side, always subtraction is occurs. When we need to write according to this important part, whenever we need to write 14, it is nearer to 15, which is 15 is written as this part, 10 plus 5. And whenever 14 is need to written, it is written as 15 is this, we need to subtract a symbol, then it is written as this one. And whenever 19 is need to written, sorry, not 19, 17, its nearer number is 15, which is written as this form, 10 plus 5, and for 17, which is correct, we add 10, 5 and 2, which is 17. Let's move forward and see some important rules of Roman numbers, which are very important. From your charty book, so our first rule is, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times as it occurs. First is, if a symbol is repeated, its value is added as many times. Like if in Roman form we write it as 2, which is part of this plus this. This we get 2. Again, a symbol is repeated. These are the symbols which is repeated. Then these are added, and we get 2. Our second rule is a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times, but the symbol V, L, and D are never repeated. A symbol is not repeated more than 3. But symbol V, L, and D are never repeated. In this second part, if a symbol is repeated, its value is, if a symbol is not repeated more than 3 times, if a value is not repeated more than 3 times, but the symbol V and D are never repeated. If this symbol 10 is repeated 3 times, we get 13. To do this. Now C part is, if a symbol of a smaller number value is written to its right of a symbol of greater value, it will be added to the greater symbol. Third is very simple. Whenever a small value is written to its right side of greater number, it will be added form, in addition form. Like whenever this is a greater value than 1, this is 1 symbol and this is 5 symbol. Then this is formed as 6. Here 5 is added to 1. We get 6. In fourth part, the rule is, if a symbol of smaller value is written to its right, to its left of a symbol of greater value, its value is subtracted from the greater one. Whenever a small value is written to left side of greater value, it will be subtracted. It will be subtracted. Like an example will be, when we write 5 and 1 as this form, this is 4, this is 1, this is 5. We simply subtract 5 minus 1, which we get 4. Our fifth rule is, the symbol V, L, and D are never written to its left of a symbol of greater value. Will be subtracted. V, L, and D are never represented in left side of any number represented in left side of any number because they are greater value of in their series term. 1 to 5, the 5 is greater value, and between 50 to 50, 40 to 50, the 50 is greater value, and for 1 to 100, the 100 is greater one. Sorry, 4, 5 is greater because these are the greater values. They are never written in the left side because they are not subtractable. When we write in this form, like M is a symbol of 1000 and D is a symbol of 500, then this we get 500. Why we need to write this number? We simply write D as 500. Again for 50, when for 50 we write L minus 6 minus, which is 50, but we get 50. But why we need to write these two numbers? We simply write L for 50. So we don't need to write V, L and D in the left side of the numbers. So let's see some examples related to converting into Roman form by we have 69. We simply break it as 50 plus 19. For 50 we have symbol of L, and for 19 we have symbol of this 10. This is 9, through which we get 90. Then we write it as 50 plus 10 60 and 9 69. For our second part we have 84. We again break it as 50 plus 30 plus 4, for which for 50 we write it as alpha, for 30 we write it as 3x, through which we get 30, and for 4 we write it as 5 minus, we subtract 5 to 1, we get 4, for which we write it as this symbol. 4 is for 50, 3x is for 30, and 1 and b is for 4. I hope you understand Roman numbers also. So this is all about our first chapter. We complete our first chapter, which is knowing our I hope you easily understand this chapter. In next class we start our next chapter, which is whole number. Thank you for today. We will meet you in next class.